Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rizal Febrian. I'm here. I will tell you about Unit 5 on the business law. The first one is business law. Business law deals with the creation of a new business and the issues that arise as existing business interact with the public, other companies, and the government. This area of the law draws on a variety of legal disciplines, including tax law, intellectual property, real estate, sales, employment law, bankruptcy, and others. Business law provides rules and guidance for companies to follow before disputes occur. Business can be formed as a corporation, limited liability companies, partnerships, and other entities. In practice, business law is closely connected with the other laws such as security laws, and antitrust law, bankruptcy, labor and employment law, and environmental law. Most business enterprises are organized in one of three ways: as a sole proprietorship, as a partnership, or as a corporation. Each business organization shares some common aspect with others, but differs in method of ownership, the degree of personal liability of the investor for the enterprise's debt, and the complexity of structure. A sole proprietorship is a business enterprise owned solely by one individual. It is the most elementary organizational form of business. Small new business often begin as a sole proprietorship because they are the simplest and least expensive to form and operate. Local accountant or attorney in business for themselves or small retail shop are likely to be sole proprietorship. The formation, operation, and the management of sole proprietorship are generally simple. It is not necessary to file any documents with any governmental office other than a local requirement that the owner register the name of the business to prevent fraud. This registration would notify the public, for example, that Rasulov is doing business as a Rasulov Essiklari. A partnership is an association of two or more persons to carry on a business for profit as co-owners. There are two kinds of partnerships, general and limited. An agreement to operate as a partnership can be written, but unlike a corporation or limited partnership, there is no requirement that any document be filed with any governmental authority. The agreement may even be oral, and a partnership agreement may even be implied from conduct despite a written agreement to the contrary. Like sole proprietor, partners in a general partnership are exposed to unlimited liability, and the partnership does not have to pay income tax separate from its owner. Instead, the income or loss of the business is reported on a partner's personal individual tax returns. The choice of the partnership form rather than sole proprietorship is chosen over a corporation to avoid complexities involved in forming and running a corporation. A limited partnership has both general and limited partners. It differs from a general partnership in the fact that the limited partners are not subject to unlimited liability for the debt and the business and risk only the loss of their initial capital contribution to the partnership. Correspondingly, limited partners have little control over the running of the business, which is run by general partner or partners. And let's go to the Unit 6. Contract law. This text deals with some of the main features of contract law. Whenever we buy goods and service, we enter into a contractual relationship. Contract law deals with promises that create legal rights. In most legal systems, a contract is formed when one party makes an offer that is accepted by the other party. Some legal systems require more. For example, that the parties give each other or promise to give each other something of value. In common law system, this promise is known as a consideration. In those system, one-sided promises to do something does not to lead the information of an enforceable contract as it lacks consideration. When the contract is negotiated, the offer and acceptance must watch each other for the contract to be binding. This means that one party must accept exactly what the other party has offered. If the offer and acceptance do not match each other, then the law says that the second party has made in a counter offer. For there to be a valid contract, the parties must agree on the essential terms. These include the price and the subject matter of the contract. Contract may be made in writing or by spoken words. If the parties make a contract by spoken words, it's called an oral contract. In some jurisdictions, certain special types of contract must be in writing or they are not valid. Contract give both parties rights and obligations. Rights are something positive, which a party wants to get from a contract. Obligations are something that a party has to do or give up to get those rights. When party does not to do what is required to under a contract, that party is said to have to breach the contract. The other party may file a lawsuit against the breaching party for breach the contract. The non-breaching party, sometimes called the injured party, may try to get a court to award damage for the breach. Damage refers to money that a court orders to breaching party to pay to the non-breaching party in compensation. Other remedies include specific performance, where the court orders the breaching party to perform the contract, that is to do what it promised to do. A party may want to transfer its right under the contract to another party. This is called an assignment. When a party assigned gives its rights under the contract to another party, and the assigning party is called assigner, and party who get the rights is called assignee. That is Unit 5 and Unit 6 from me. Hopefully it is understandable. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.